You know, after finding out that February is a artificial creation, the sisters weren't the only ones. The experiments aren't going to stop anytime soon. There's going to be many different iterations, many different people, many different vested interests. It's not really going to change her way of thinking about it, though, is it? Artificial creation or not. Although, life-saving candy. Ticking time frame. Are they going to find some more? Are they going to find out how to make it? With only 3 episodes left, either all the events are about to transpire very quickly, or there's going to be a lot to ingest. Either way. Should be good. Dong. Yeah, I didn't think we would be getting another run-in with any of the previous villains imprisoned, held for questioning. But when you're trying to expose the darkness of this world, go to one that is part of it. It's good that she remembered the name, because I didn't. If I remember, she was... I don't remember. All I remember is really she was twisted by the power that her granddad's name held. She herself didn't hold any abilities, or at least not strong. I don't think the sisters are going to be playing much of a role in this storyline. I mean, because we've had so much of them so far. But this feels like a much more close-knit story that doesn't need a huge ensemble. I think you need to... Yeah. She's fine. It's okay. She's keeping above water. This is swimming. I mean, if they're getting paid, do they really have a place to complain? They have to call their pool trip short. Also, is there any particular reason why the bars have to be so interweaved and intricate? Is a way to disperse any possible use of abilities if the people did have them. I mean, she's very boisterous for being behind bars like this. And why exactly would she want to help her out? She's not... I mean, sure. Some things are definitely out of your control. When there are those running experiments from the darkness, as has been stated. There's still light in this city. Not surprised he really show up at the end. She's going to harass you until you at least give out something. Then she'd have to come back. Trying to give her a little bit of humanity and trust there. More colour. Trust her. How close to the bars do you want to get? I don't think they would give her anything. There would be too dangerous behind there. Are you going to tell me yet? Are you going to tell me yet? Is there anything you can tell me? Anything will do. Won't go away until you do. Chemicaloid. Made of chemicals? It actually has kind of a good ring to it. Still. Now, what big conference symposium is going to be going on? What, so short-sighted? You trying to say that even among her friends there's a mole? It wasn't, the greatest of meetings. She was still the same old. Now you need to, check all sorts of records for the word of chemicaloid. See what marries up. Just how much power does the frog-faced doctor hold? I mean, I've asked that question probably 5 times at least. And now, at least they are all aware, because some of the more hard-working ones, would get straight to it. What caused for this glorious visit? But so far you've come up empty. What exactly is that gift that she's bringing? Oh, it's an outfit. And considering the logo on the front... Has anyone ever been so... eager yet nervous to give out a present there? She still seems a bit flushed, though. At least, but does she actually know to go off? Of course, she happened to look over at the minute she clicked on him. It's not ever a coincidence. On the field of... You've never heard of him, and yet he's such a... Ah. They're discussed for the world for not accepting them fully, despite their lack of abilities and prowess with intellect. They need to pay. Now, not only do we have a name, we have a couple of faces to go alongside it. I mean, what else is she expected to do? And there we have a slight difference in thinking there. Saturn has experienced the pain of being powerless and trying to obtain it. Yep. I mean, did we ever think getting rid of the top organisations and darker side is going to be easy? They wouldn't have gotten where they were if they didn't have leverage over other organisations that could shut them down. Have many of them, tried to use your level 5 to any advantage? Are you able to give this kind of a feel-good speech without letting it devolve into anything. Of course. There we go. Just a bit lower, right? Yeah. Well, she never learns. Wait, the name is Study Corporation? She's a genius. Refurbishing an old factory. I wonder which one. No, you can't choose that. And they've already spent like a day getting through this. And unlike the bridge is screwed. I wonder who could have done damage there. Torma's idealistic reason for getting involved in everything. Try not to think about it. I mean, if they didn't have... Why would you want weak... okay, trap. Considering that... And why exactly would they trust her to go and check everything? Unless she's... Is this the intruder? I thought, it could have been... One way of doing it. It could have been Udaharu's kind of looking into the data, but no, it's just them bursting in. Everyone seems to be converging on the same point. Does she still have traces of her AIM field? Is she focusing on what's controlling the robots? Yeah. I mean, there's no battery, no one controlling it from inside. The fact that you can apparently make a relatively lifelike body with just 7 components. She was using too much energy. You can't expect her to go all out now as well. Yep, that's not what you're here to do, not what you're paid for. Was defending against Mugano part of the... They're going to have a run-in, are they? She's ready for a fight. But for one that's meant to be here just checking out the security situation. Excuse me? Well, it looks like she's... That's an easy way to gain trust there. Now, what reason could she have, the same kind of one that gave February her name? Since she has the resolve to fight against it like this. There seems to be a way out after all of this. Kinda clever, yeah. Make a fake copy of the data, lure in someone who would want it. I mean, he wouldn't... Wait, you know my name? Is that the... There's so much going... If you want the data, you have to give her this. We'd need some sort of assurance that you'd actually give it to me, because I don't believe for a second. Misaka, I would have at least blocked off the doorway with her abilities, pulled up a few slabs, trapped us in this room. Now, does he at least hold on to his word? And any form of, going easy on him that he could have had has just been wiped out. It is nice to see Item hanging out, relaxing. We saw them at the family restaurant trying to have a nice meal. Now at the pool, they're not heartless mercenaries. Well, not fully. They're allowed some downtime. And now that all of them have been told the 72-hour deadline and it's rapidly closing in, they're all going to work tenfold to try and get this sorted. I kind of hope it is like with Terrastina where we get the others involved. They come in, handle things in their own way. maybe not get Satan to deal with the delicate computer equipment. But if you start questioning the personal privacy and data that people have in this city of, Academy City, you may not want to think too hard about your personal data, what the world has on you. Although for the most part, none of mine would be very useful. You would almost think that Kongo Mitsuko has not really got that many friends since she's going all out on this new one. But still, having a nice new dress, which isn't actually too far gone from the one she currently has, not a bad present. She at least has decent taste. But of course she has that pretty little hibby. I can't actually remember the name of the python, but, snakes are cool. And she sees that, so who am I to disagree with anything, really? But now that the antidote, any possible chance of recreating more has been smashed underfoot, we might have to go to the source. I mean, they had to figure out the antidote in the first place. They realised the issue, so they must know how to synthesize it, create it. Or at least someone else can take over that research. Gonna have to be fucking fast, though. But it has evolved from just saving February. We're now in a race to also protect Johnny, and, any other artificial beings, products, being used to further one's own goals. Can we really think bad of these guys who used a product of science when there are people like Terrestino who sees everyone in Academy City as guinea pigs, those ripe to be tested on? Yes, we can look at them with scorn. But unless you want to go swimming, you may want to come back for the next episode, especially since it's getting dire. So if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Helps out me, helps out the channel. And don't we all want to end the day with everyone we care about smiling? Getting along happily? Probably won't happen when we're watching anime. But there's a chance. See you in the next one. My patrons have decided to hold out their hand and take it upon themselves to taste the sweet that I deliver to them. And if you want to put your trust in me that I can actually deliver something of value, consider joining onto my Patreon as well. And with that in mind, I really need to thank Electric Ant, Arthea, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sao, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsfire, Girly, Saltytron, Cardboard, Dark Shadow 7899, Croyville, and everyone else. Because without them, I'd have no one to turn to should I need more candy.